In the second video of Silkypix Developer Studio Pro 11, I'm going to talk about another new tool that has been added, which calls the white level. In previous, we had black level right there, and now we have white level and black level, which is pretty cool. If you're familiar with Capture One or Lightroom, you should be familiar with that tool already, but I'm going to explain exactly how does it work here with examples. Now, before I head into the examples, first of all, I do have an Instagram account where I do post photos edited from Silkypix Developer Studio Pro, obviously, if I'm shooting digital, or film photos taken with different films such as Ilford or Kodak. So check out my Instagram if you're interested. Here is the name and link in the description below, of course. And I'm not going to forget those who are supporting me via Patreon. Very nice of you. Or via PayPal donation, which is also a super beautiful gesture. So moving on to the tutorials. Now, in white level, which is kinda what it does, I'm going to show you the example first with this one, for instance. Now, I'm going to put the photos on the side and leave my histogram on the other side to show you the change. Now what happens, there is three different things that controls the brightness. One is the classic exposure. There you go. The second one, which is the gamma or brightness, like that. And that now the new tool is called the white level, which is this. Now you can clearly see the white level is actually a lot brighter than the gamma, which is another way to say brightness. Of course, last but not the least, you have curves where you can control brightness wherever way you want. I mean, that's just a tool where with what you can do anything you like. You don't even need to touch contrast, gamma, white level, anything. You can just use curve and move on it live. Now, what is the difference exactly between the gamma and the white level? So the gamma, basically, if you look at the histogram, it controls from here a little bit from the left to middle, just slightly over middle. I'm going to show you an example. So I'm going to go to the default and move on the middle curve up just a little bit and leave it on the side like that. And then I'm going to come back to the default. I'll move the histogram a little bit on the side so that you can see both images equally. And now I'm going to go to the curve and go to the middle up somewhere here just before the highlight and move it up. You see significant difference. So this is what it does. So right one, which is the gamma change, and the left one, which is the white level change, which is just before the highlight. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it off and change gamma on this image, right? Somewhat here. Move it to the right and then come back. And now we change the white level. So this is what happens. I'm going to close the curve. This is what happens when you change the curve. I don't know why two photos are different. They're supposed to be going at the same time. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it on. Let's see if it works. There you go. Finally, it's working. Anyway, you get the idea. My point is that essentially, if you change gamma, it will just touch the middle part and then move it forward without affecting your highlights. However, if you change your white level, it will somewhat affect your highlights too, but not completely. But it will affect your highlight and make the image quite bright. It's very useful when you are trying to reduce highlight, for instance. I'm going to show you an example. So let's say you are trying to reduce highlight and it become quite dark. So you can go to the white level and then bring some whiteness back so that while you are reducing highlight, you don't completely lose the light. You need some type of whiteness to your image to bring some contrast back. So I hope this video made sense somehow, but it's pretty easy. If you want something better than gamma, more powerful than gamma, but less strong than the exposure, you have now white level to bring your whiteness back to image. So that's all for today. Look after yourself and I see you in next video. Bye bye.